There are toxic boy moms on the internet and nobody is talking about it. Nobody. Not one person. Not one living soul. Not one singular carbon-based life form is talking about it. Okay, actually lots of people are talking about it, but somehow toxic boy moms are still a problem. In fact, not only are they still a problem, but in some cases, they've actually gotten worse. You know, if I didn't know better, I would say commentary videos aren't actually solving the world's problems. Can you even imagine? If you're one of those weirdos who doesn't spend every waking hour on the internet, you might not be aware of the whole toxic boy mom thing. So to give a quick recap, essentially, toxic boy moms are moms who blur the line between loving their sons and being in love with their sons, treating them almost like mini husbands in a way that psychologists call emotional I don't know if I'm allowed to say this word.
YouTube is watching.
Let's call it emotional insects. You know, like a sad caterpillar or a frightened mantis. Toxic boy moms make being a boy mom their whole identity. They talk about how their sons growing up feels like a breakup. They view their sons' girlfriends and future girlfriends as competition. And their son getting a girlfriend seems to be every toxic boy mom's biggest fear. Mom, I have to tell you something. I've been lying about who I really am because I was afraid of upsetting you. But I feel like I have to come out now. No. I'm straight.
Oh, no.
And I have a new girlfriend, which means there's going to be another woman in my life getting my attention and affection. Have you tried being gay? Watching my son snuggle with his girlfriend while he recovers from surgery, remembering when he used to snuggle me for comfort, watching them grow up is bittersweet. Okay, that's a little creepy to be staring at them like that. I feel like she must do this at home too. When her son and his girlfriend are cuddling with each other, she's like watching them through a window. Toxic boy moms like to brag about teaching their sons how to cook so their sons won't be impressed by the basic cooking skills of girls they meet in the future, even though, as a lot of commenters point out, cooking is just a useful skill that they should learn regardless. Teaching my son to cook because it's a necessity. Teach him because everyone has to know how to cook. Teaching my son to cook because it's a basic life skill. The goal of toxic boy moms seems to be to raise their sons to believe that no woman can ever match up to the standards set by them, so that they grow up to be those guys who say, my mother will always be my #1 gal. No other woman will ever be as good as my mother. Every other woman is a piece of dog shit I scrape off the bottom of my shoe compared to my mother. Is this what you always talk about on first dates? In short, these moms turn to their sons for a type of attention, validation, and fulfillment that would be more appropriate to get from, say, a husband or a boyfriend or the mailman, pretty much anyone besides their own child. Some people theorize that toxic boy moms are the all-grown-up version of pick-me girls who live to get attention and validation from men, which, if you are a pick-me girl, having a son really is kind of the perfect plan, because now you have a male in your life who can't reject you.
You have to pick me. I'm your mother and you do what I say, young man. Now give me all your attention and validation.
Dad! Listen to your mother, son. Okay, I pick you.
Thank you. You know you're my special man, right?
Yeah, I know. What's happening? What's going on? Whoa, what are you doing? Whoa, no. Now, I want to make something clear here. Being an enthusiastic boy mom is not inherently bad. Sometimes parents get flack for making parenthood their entire personality, and I'm not a parent myself, but I don't really mind when they do that. I mean, there are people who make like Star Wars their entire personality. If you're gonna shape your identity around one thing, raising other human beings is a valid choice, I think. If you're a parent, then that should be a defining aspect of your life. But making a boy mom your whole identity and treating your son like he's the most special person in the whole wide world is a problem when you also have daughters, because then you're treating your daughters like they're second-class children.
When I think about my daughters getting married, I get excited. When I think about my son's wedding, I want to cry.
My son has my heart. I obviously am obsessed with Stevie Lee. She's just the greatest little girl in the world. But my whole life, I always wanted to be a boy mom.
My boy is the most special person in the whole world to me. There's no one else I care about even a fraction as much. What about me? Who are you? I'm your daughter. Oh, yeah. Hey, it's not feeding time yet. Who let you out of your cage? And if I may, I'd like to weigh in on that mom with the hair curler, because I think the online reaction to that TikTok was blown out of proportion. I know this is a commentary video and I'm only supposed to talk about how problematic boy moms are, and don't worry, there's more of that coming. But I think these videos deserve a more balanced perspective. This TikTok, I think, is what kicked off the whole discourse around toxic boy moms. I saw it in every commentary and reaction video on the topic, and when I tracked down this TikTok and saw the original version for myself, I discovered something surprising about it it that wasn't mentioned in any of the commentary videos I saw. So these are the parts of the TikTok that you might be familiar with.
I never thought that I would be that toxic boy mom. I love my 4 kids equally, but that last little boy just hits different. He hits his sisters, he punches them. I'm like, maybe he's having a hard day. So when I think about my daughters getting married, I get excited. When I think about my son's wedding, I want to cry.
Now, all those things she just described are problematic. But here's the thing. In every video I've seen reacting to this TikTok, they cut off the end where she says this.
Boy mums, we gotta step up. We gotta realize that we are the problem.
Which recontextualizes the whole goddamn TikTok. This mom is not proudly owning toxic boy mom behavior. She's denouncing it. She's calling herself out, which is why she calls herself toxic at the beginning. Taken out of context, that sounds like she's wearing the toxic boy mom label like a badge of honor. But in reality, when she says toxic, she actually means toxic. She's recognizing her problematic parenting style and urging other moms to do the same. So I don't think this TikTok deserved the hate that it got. Now, in fairness, she did follow up that original TikTok with a series of other ones where she was trolling people by leaning into the toxic boy mom thing to get views, which she probably shouldn't have done, but also she only did that because people had such an overblown reaction to her original TikTok. One other viral video I'd like to weigh in on is this one of a mom latching onto her son like a facehugger from Alien after his football game. This caused a lot of controversy online, with people calling her perverted and making negative assumptions about her. Nah, she wants him. I don't trust it. Something going on. Boy moms are psychopaths. I feel for any girl he tries to bring home. I just know she comes out with a towel on while one of his friends is mowing the lawn. I mean, dude, this person is writing a whole smut novel in their head based on a 5-second video, you know? And my take on this video is a bit more measured than the blowback it received online. I don't believe this woman is a pervert just because of this hug, but also hugging your son like this is still kind of inappropriate. Both things can be true. This hug feels more girlfriendy than motherly, especially when you contrast it with the hugs other mothers give their sons. Then her hug seems a touch less wholesome. Wholesome hug? Wholesome hug. Wholesome hug. Wholesome hug. Look, behaviors can be inappropriate even if there are no dirty intentions behind them. There are some types of physical affection that should just be reserved for romantic relationships rather than parent-child relationships. Also, there was a reaction video going around that claimed the mom implied that she and her son were even more intimate in private.
Wright defended herself by stating that the hug was simply a natural display of affection between her and her son, and that they share an even more intimate bond in private.
But I couldn't find any proof that she said that. She never implied that she and her son do even worse things behind closed doors, which, if I'm being honest, I was a little disappointed about, only because that would have been a truly insane response to the controversy to just be like, oh please, that hug was nothing. Y'all don't even know how freaky we get in private. Yeah, picture that hug, but I'm upside down. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, the hug is weird, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. This is born to be your lover, forced to be your mother. Maybe in another life. Words can't describe how much I love you, Hayden, and how I am so proud to be your mother. We share tons of memories together, and sometimes I wish I was your lover. My fault for making you attractive. Love you, son. Now, if I had to sum up my feelings about this, I think it would be something along the lines of... Yeah, so there was this short-lived trend, forced to be your mother, born to be your lover, where mothers just straight up admitted they were in love with their sons, but couldn't pursue a romantic relationship because of all the prudes out there forcing them not to. Yeah, I want to be my son's lover. What's the big deal? I gave birth to him. He's already been inside me once. Too far? Yeah. Maybe in another life, I would be your lover, Zikanon. Zikanon? What the hell kind of name is that? Is he a space barbarian? And I'm not being ethnically insensitive here, because I googled the name Zikanon and the only results that showed up were in reference to this post. So I'm pretty sure this woman made that name up. It's not a foreign name. It's not like Zikanon is the Romanian version of John or something. Words cannot describe how much love is in my heart for you, my baby. I can't help that you are so attractive, my Zikanon! Maybe some of that is part of your father, but if I'm being honest, I would pick you over him any day. The rest of the caption is cut off from there, and you know what? Thank God, because I don't even want to know where the rest of that paragraph was going. One mother jumped in on the trend by making a TikTok of her giving her son an extended kiss on the lips. Now, I don't think a mother kissing her kid on the lips is inherently wrong, but given the context in which it's happening here, I feel like I should censor this TikTok, which, by the way, is still up on this woman's account. She has not taken it down. Oh, and apparently TikTok has some related videos it thinks we may like. Hey, TikTok. I have never been less interested in seeing related videos. I've had enough related things for one day. Well, that's all I got for you. I hate to end on such a disturbing note, but I wanted to cover all the lighter stuff before getting to that last TikTok because I was worried it might bring the mood down. But now this video is just kind of ending on a really upsetting note. If you're waiting for me to make some kind of comment or joke to pull us out of the darkness, I'm sorry. I've got nothing. It's just a sick world out there, and that's all there is to it, really. So, like and subscribe. Let's just say he gets touchdowns in my end zone, okay?